a lot of the time, people might do a lot of different things in business. They have maybe a product or a service, or they have a particular strategy that they're learning, and they go out there, they speak to a lot of people, but they're not seeing the results. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had something like that, that you are having something like the product or the service is really, really good. You know it's really good. And then you learn a certain strategy of how to bring it to people, and you're not getting results, but all of a sudden all of the people around you, other fellow members of that company, are getting the results, but you're not seeing those results. And you're speaking to people, but everybody seems to say no. Everybody seems to say things like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, maybe I'll do it later, I have to speak to so and so. What do you do? Hello, hello, hello! This is Tjibaria coming live from the beach for Project 1 Million in 1 year, day number 4 after party. So this after party is now being recorded in the morning of day number 5 because yesterday it was such a powerful day. I gave a lot of energy, so I really need to recharge, which is actually also the reason why I have come to the beach to recharge and to really be in the water. And it's just so beautiful. Look around, it's just very, very nice. And I just took a swim over there, and there's so much nice stuff to see. And about to go for a coffee with my mom. But I wanted to talk about one thing very specific for this episode here, which actually was inspired by a question from one of our incredible participants, and it had to do with sales. So a lot of the time, people might do a lot of different things in business. They have maybe a product or a service, or they have a particular strategy that they're learning, and they go out there, they speak to a lot of people, but they're not seeing the results. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had something like that, that you are having something like the product or the service is really, really good. You know it's really good. And then you learn a certain strategy of how to bring it to people, and you're not getting results, but all of a sudden all of the people around you, other fellow members of that company, are getting the results, but you're not seeing those results. And you're speaking to people, but everybody seems to say no. Everybody seems to say things like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, maybe I'll do it later, I have to speak to so and so. What do you do? So I wanted to talk about this because today is going to be day number 5 of Project 1 Million in 1 year. And yesterday on day number 4, we spoke about making an impact, and we spoke about sales coming from a spiritual point of view. So sales is a very, very big thing, especially if you want to go and make money. And one of the things that we always talk about is that selling is actually a spiritual activity. And it is really allowing someone else to see a better future and to help them move towards it. And that is so beautiful and so powerful. And whenever I hear of people saying that, they're having these conversations with people, but everybody seems to say no, and they are not getting any sales, what I always love about that is to basically see, and I have this a lot with our students, is that most of the time, the solution is actually really simple. It's just a number of tweaks in the way how you're conducting your conversation, maybe in the questions that you ask, maybe in the way that you are presenting the features, advantages, and benefits of what you're offering. But most of the time, it's really just understanding and letting it click that you have something that is going to make a difference to someone else, that you are so convinced that the person is much better off with you and with your product or with your service than without it. And if you have that conviction, you can allow that to not just only shine through the words that you're speaking. And again, words are very important. Most people, they just kind of wing it, and they don't necessarily have a script or have a understanding of like the word tracks or the things, the sales steps, the sales processes to go through. So that's very important. But what is even more important than that is your energy and your confidence. And not just your confidence as in, look, I'm a confidence person. No, the confidence in knowing that this product that you have is going to make such an impact to the person that you're not going to take no for an answer. And moreover, and this is what we do with our programs, is that you understand that when someone says no, for whatever reason it may be, if they say no for money reasons, or they say no for time reasons, or no for any particular reason, many of times the no is actually not a real no. It's not like they don't have the capacity to do it. Sometimes when they say I don't have the money, it's not even that they don't have the money. It's just that they haven't yet seen the value. It's just that they haven't yet seen why this, what you are offering, is worth so much more than the money that they are paying. And so we have that a lot with our programs when people call us cheap, and I love it when people call us cheap, because it simply means that the amount of money that they have paid us is nothing compared to the amount of results that they have been able to generate and are able to generate for the rest of their lives. And that is so powerful, and I know that. And that's also why, as a true sales professional, you're not just there to make a quick buck. You're not just there to say, hey, buy this thing and that's it. No, you're there to change someone's life. And you know that your product, plus on top of that, your service, your support, your accountability, your being there for the client and helping them to go and use the product and get through that part where they have their desired results. That is all of what you're selling, not just the product. It is basically you on top of the product. And you and your service is oftentimes even more important. But in that, it's also about understanding that what the client is saying no to, most of the time doesn't have anything to do with you, doesn't have anything to do with the product, doesn't have anything to do with the money. It has to do most of the time with what they have had as experiences in the past. It usually comes from a place that they have made perhaps a certain mistake, or they have done something in the past that didn't really serve them, and then they don't want to make that bad decision again. And they have this feeling because of that decision that was in the past. Maybe one day before they were so excited, they rushed into a decision, and then from that moment onward, because they didn't see the results, or it wasn't exactly what they thought it was going to be, or they didn't have the support to actually follow through on it, they think that they made a bad decision, and they want to make sure that they don't make that bad decision again. So one of the things that we always talk about with our clients is that actually when you really are a true sales professional, you actually go deeper with the client. You actually go to see, like, where does it come from? What is the real reason that you're saying no? And actually go and visit that. Support the client and then help the client in that transformation, in really seeing, okay, what is this really about? Is it because you don't have the money, or is it because you have an experience back in the day where you invested a certain portion of your money, and that was such a devastating experience that you're afraid to do something like that again? And then to actually empower them so much so that they are in a position to make the best decision for yourself, for themselves. And that is something so deliberating for both the client as well as yourself, that just this whole process of sales in itself, it's transforming. It's transforming people. And that's why whenever someone says, like, I'm not good at sales, or I don't like sales, I always think, like, well, it's probably and certainly because most people don't understand what sales really means. They don't understand that it's not about, getting that portion of money. It's about taking the client's hand and walking them through that journey where they basically go from a place where they're less empowered to a place where they're so much more empowered, and where they're moving towards a better future. And you are there to encourage them, to support them, to hold them accountable, to make sure that they don't give up upon themselves. And where you don't give up on them, even though they may have given up upon themselves. And that's what I meant with the confidence. The confidence doesn't mean that you're showing off all confident. No, that you have so much conviction in the power of what you do and what your product does, that even when they don't have the confidence yet, they can borrow your confidence. And that is mighty. And that's why personally I love the process of sales, because It's not just that, yes, there's this moment when the client pays you. No, this is a life transformation. What we spoke about yesterday is that the close where the client pays you is not for you as the salesperson, it's for the client. That's what Grant Cardone always says. And it really is so. It is their transformation, it's their breakthrough, it is their ability to see, hey, I deserve this and I can do this and I am going to make it happen and I have the support of someone incredible. And when you see it from that perspective, no longer will you be like, oh, I cannot ask for the sale, I cannot ask for the money. You actually then truly understand that this is their triumph, their transformation and their breakthrough, and you're helping them through that breakthrough. And if you see it from that perspective, you're gonna love it, because all you do every day, all day, every day, is helping people and making that difference. And also, on top of that, you're gonna get some money too. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've been getting an aha moment from this. But also, if anybody's listening to this and it's like, wow, I would love to see how I can sell like that, then send me a message. Send me a message on my Instagram. My name on Instagram is Tjibaria, just like here. So you go instagram.com/Tjibaria. Drop me a DM and I have something that I can help you with to basically get your sales to a whole nother level. It's completely free of charge. It's a gift. And I'm gonna release that gift from today onwards. So I'm really excited, and I'll be happy to share it with you, but just hit me up on Instagram and then I'll be able to give it to you as well. It helps you specifically with making more sales from a good perspective, from a good, ethical, empowering, spiritual point of view. So that's it for today. Hoo-ha-hoo. For everybody who's part of Project 1 Million 1 Year, get ready for day number 5. It's gonna be awesome. And for anybody who's new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I cannot wait to empower you with yet another video tomorrow for another day of The Daily Show. Hoo-ha-hoo. Bye. Mwah.